It's amazing. I mean, this thing weighs like
Very light.
like a hot dog. Like, he goes, how does this company Raw just copy the Theobin? This is the Theobin.
Yeah, they don't understand.
Here's how I zero my guns.
Thank you. Resume program.
Does anyone know who's car?
Shooters ready.
Ready?
Stand by. Fire.
They are here.
Where are they?
You didn't see it?
No. It's like Wonder Woman's Learjet. It's the invisible scopes. You see her at like Ewa and SHOT Show, and she's like, you need to start doing business with me.
You don't want it too thick or too thin.
Yeah. And also
But
interesting.
even normal swaging lube, even a little bit of swaging lube from the dye is good enough. That works well.
Yeah, this was interesting. Also, Frederick at the factory just took some pedestal oil.
Here, and I'll get prepared because I took this guy out of the box, shot like 15 shots.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Are you in the Cherokee right here or whatever, the Jeep?
Oh yeah.
Can you go move it? The pump truck guy's trying to get into the restrooms.
You have two YouTube channels with hands, don't you?
Yeah, they recognize me by hand. I mean, some people said, "Hey,
Yeah.
need some hand conditioner. 'Cause your hands all beat up."
Yeah,
and
you
stuff."
need some lotion.
Man,
Or put some ballastol.
Shot over him. Impact. Impact.
Oh my hell!
You've got it on full automatic.
Did you see? Was that just one trigger pull?
That was. I barely touched
the
after 2 shots.
Okay, we're gonna go to non-semi.
AEAC is made possible by Air Venturi, Crossman Corporation, Diana Airguns, FX Airguns, Daystate, Air Arms, Sportsmatch Rings UK, H&N Sport, Aztec Optics, and Predator Pellets. And you guys know the best way to thank them.
Bring those cinnamon rolls.
Tomorrow.
What's going on, man?
This is how AEAC makes video. Yeah, I think it's a rather open position to sit in, let's be honest. Stevie, baby.
Okay, all right, see you, man. Okay, bye. Utah Airguns, this is Mike.
This one does not bump off. Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's on my short list.
I'm following you.
Just remind me who you are.
Come on, Oscar.
All right, Barry.
Deal. Very deal. You already got this back? Okay, you got your bag already?
Okay.
Good to go?
Good to go. Thank you. Hey, how's it going?
Good, you?
Good.
Keep staying busy, I see.
Yeah.
That's good.
Your name and the caliber you're going to be using.
Okay.
He got his.
Tell us that when you
Sorry.
bring it back.
Okay.
Your
That's
bag
it?
when you bring it back.
Okay, thanks.
Phillips, Steph.
So nice place here.
Yeah, right?
This is
Here's for everybody who registered. I'm Joe. Justin.
Yeah, you haven't met.
Nice to meet you.
Didn't you meet at the EVA show?
I think if you could
I've been saying this for
if you
years.
can get guys Southwest, you can get guys someone
Oh,
up
I've been
in
saying that for
Washington,
years.
Seattle, get
It's
someone.
just I need the manpower.
There's so many dudes out on the East Coast who want to come do this stuff, but they can't
Yeah.
because it's
I know.
not everyone can travel. It's 1 week, it's 3 days in Utah.
You zoom in to 35 times and it's crystal clear. It's ridiculous.
I think once you start getting to that stage,
You
of
can't go
optics,
back.
You can't.
You can't go back.
But also, like then you look at it like, see, I've got a Steiner military, the M5. They are brilliant too. Like you put that next to the Night Force, and it's very like you need to be someone that knows a lot about optics to actually pick the differences. And I do like the Night Force Beast. The only difference over the Attacker is obviously your turrets. So you get your full revolutions a lot quicker. So dialing. But like the glass, I don't think I've found glass better than the ATAC. The ATAC R. So there's so many people that say it.
Yeah. I mean, even like Schmidt and Bender, the glass is excellent.
Yep.
But I don't know, I wasn't a fan of, like for one, the R box was not very forgiving. Like you had to really get it. The field of view was much smaller.
I won't hide it or anything like that. I'm a human being. I miss, Sure. But I do make some ones in 1 and 2, and sometimes I nail some long range stuff in one shot. So once in a while. But yeah, people, I'm sure they could.
What would really prove the naysayers wrong is if you had a fresh backstop behind it.
I started doing where I'm going to put the target, and the camera's going to be behind. So as pellets pass through, you're in behind, but you can still see the shot and still see the distance. Do you understand what I'm doing? So it's not camera. You can do anything you want with camera.
You say you're at 100, but you're actually at 20.
Yeah. So I'll do that. Somebody just asked me to put an aspirin on my camera and shoot off my camera live on Facebook. So get ready. We're going to end up.
Really?
Yeah. I'll shoot an aspirin off my camera. Yeah, I'm not. They said you got to use a pistol, though. I said, you guys don't ever make it easy.
So, kind of doing one of these jazz.
I mean, like, even though we live so close together, I mean, 2 hours apart, but we hardly ever get to see each other.
Well, it's 2 hours of hell going between my side of Tampa and his side of Orlando.
Yeah, traffic.
Yeah, so we don't get to hang out.
Yeah.
But we hung out in Germany.
Yep.
And we hung out in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Yeah. And
it's always a good time.
And at EVR and RMAC, and we're bouncing all over the place. But I wanted to catch up with you a little bit. Because another guy was talking about how you had partnered up with him.
Thane.
Yeah. Take it away, brother.
Well, Thane and I, we've always, SideShot have always been a great supporter of the NFL. They use a lot of my products, and through the months and years that we've known each other, he's always given me feedback and things like that. And I love the criticism when people criticize or give me hints or tips about my suppressors, then I can make it better. And they were awesome. And sometimes like Val would come up with some prototypes and I would make some changes to my suppressor. And then so that's where the idea came from. Like we work so well together. They do research and development and I'm great at the manufacturing, producing really good products. Yeah. And we're like, why don't we just form a team and do it's more of a fun company. Kind of like, let's see what we can make for the airgun community.
Yeah, it's funny. You just rewind, say, let's just call it 2 years. All of us, yourself, myself, Thane, we're all like comeuppance, and now we're like in the middle of this like gigantic hurricane.
Yeah.
And it's cool to see everyone kind of melding and working together and doing cool stuff. And to that, FX Airguns kind of latched on to you and it was like, hey man, do us some moderators. And now you see all these FXs shipping with moderators. And then I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for saying it, But that's not the only manufacturer that's reached out to you.
No, there's other manufacturers that's shown interest in my products.
And I shouldn't say who it is.
No, but it's awesome. We're into preliminary work.
It's a big one.
Yeah, it's in the preliminary works, and I'm always excited I'm always excited when people contact me and be like, Donnie, we see you all over social media, and we would really like to work with you. And and it's just like you said, like 2 years ago, I'd never imagined this would even happen.
No.
We're still pinching ourselves, but that's just to tell you that how small the community is, tight the community is, but we are actually growing really fast.
You're a hands-on dude, and if you don't mind me saying, I feel like your success has been because you're just like in there in the trenches, and you're like the owner of the Burger King franchise who the whole world has your cell phone. I mean, that's just like who you and Yolanda.
Yeah.
You guys have like this one, his wife.
I let him.
Yeah.
You got in yesterday?
Yes. Yesterday afternoon.
You're not shooting this year, right?
I'm not.
No.
Did you guys hold hands the whole plane ride?
You and I met in Denver and sat next to each other.
Stared
We
lovingly
may
into each
have
other's
rubbed
eyes.
shoulders.
This 1-2 punch where it's like you're just in it with everybody.
It's all about customer service, and that's where the value of our company comes in, because we've been on the other side, and we see how dealing with some companies, it's not just the Airgun company, but just as a whole retail market, and how people show frustration. So we made an effort to make our company different, and I wanted to bring Yolanda in because I know she has this personality that people would love. And at first she would answer emails and she would just say Donnie. I was
Really?
That's
hilarious.
I was like, Yolanda, you can't do that. I want people to know you. So sign it. Yolanda sent this email, and then now she loves the Airgun community.
And she's a pit bull, man. You should see. I mean, you see her at like Ewa and SHOT Show, and she's like, "You need to start doing business with me."
Yeah,
she's hilarious.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
in there.
She's more. It's it's the opposite attracts, and I'm the more mellow guy and more business, and whereas this is like the crazy girl. It's like,
for sure, man.
Yeah, and it's a great match for our business.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see it. Now, I saw you yesterday at the FX house practicing with a big old fat gold moderator.
Yeah.
Is that like something new? Like what the heck?
No.
I mean, when I say gold, I mean like your father's moderator.
Spots is 50 on the nuts. And the one out there is 900 per second. Oh, excuse me. Oh, you're shooting at that spot. 3 and 3.25. That colorful box with the white on the top right and orange. Two strips of white paper. Yeah.
At least I can use the moderator to represent Utah Airguns.
Very well
so
done.
I brought it. But then when I had mine, and then another guy wanted to use it, so I lent my gold member to one of the FX guys.
So it wound up being like an Indian giver, where it just kind of came back to you.
Yep.
Well, as long as I got you in front of all them, let me thank you for like that box of moderators that you sent me.
Oh yeah.
So I can work them into the reviews. I know that's just gold. That's gold to those guys. I appreciate it.
Exactly. I mean, there's so many different moderators for different types of guns. It's not a one moderator fit all kind of deal. There's guys who, and it's all user preference and how and your shooting arrangement. Like if you needed to make it really quiet because you have neighbors really close, but if you have like an acre but still want to be considerate to your neighbors, then you don't really need a big suppressor.
Yeah, to keep it short, keep it light.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I want you to see that for yourself because I know you live in a small community as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I do not shoot in the backyard, especially high power air guns.
Yeah.
But it was sincerely amazing playing with that sniper, Brocock sniper last week. I mean, it was like I was drilling 46 foot-pound holes with literally the size of a 22 caliber pellet.
Yep.
And that's a differentiator. You know, and it was quiet.
It's quiet.
It was quiet.
And that's the feedback that we get a lot. That after we put a suppressor on, and it tightens up the groups. And it's not just a Donnie FL suppressor. I don't want to make it seem like Donnie makes it tighter, but in general, a suppressor or muzzle brake in the firearm world, it does make it tighter. But I'm glad that the Sumo put up.
It did good.
And
It did
really well.
Gets rid of some of that wake turbulence.
Yeah.
Well, look, you know, these guys, this is good. We need to do more of this, and we need to get Yolanda in here so that they can get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, you know, wrangle you and her next time I get a
feel
chance,
free.
wherever we wind up in the country
Yes,
again.
I know.
Appreciate
we'll see each other everywhere.
You're the man.
Thanks, Steve.
See you. That was stupid. Let's do it again.
Drive down?
Oh, go ahead.
14 hours on the road, man. Well, I had to drive an hour west to get a rental car, and then, you know.
Yep, check them in.
Check them in.
And then we'll draw. We can drop here, honestly. What's that? Hose? Pros.
Got some the wrist weights, the 5-pound ones, and you just lay it out and lay it over the edges, and it works really good.
Remember how this thing goes? It goes together. Remember this hooks onto here, but I don't think there's an adjustment.
Glasses are suggested, not required for the bench rest.
Force target, 70 yards. Fifth target, 80 yards.
Both open.
Nice shot.
Good shot. You hit that one? Yep. All right, standing now. First target, 25 yards.
Shooter is ready. 3, 2, 1, fire.
Impact 1. So you missed 45. You shot the 35 top. Yeah. Then you went back and shot him. Yeah. And then you missed the second. You didn't shoot it. You didn't shoot it. You missed it. I knew it. Yeah. 45. You went back and took it out. Yeah. Yeah. And then you shot the 35 before the 45. And then you went to the 25.
Hey, I'm burning expensive film over there.
Okay.
It ain't like the old days where you used to have to go buy it and then it was trash after you used it. I'm gonna have to go through the manual labor of deleting this.
Sorry.
It's got all the same guts as the Safari.
Tell
You know, us business people, you know, we're always on the go.
Tell that customer just to hold, please.
That's the wife.
Oh, never mind. No.
Sorry, Steve. The wife's always in front.
Yes, of course.
So,
It's
I
actually
got a lot of
the
people
one you
asking me all the time, where you been, what you been up to, and are you still putting your hands on raw?
Nothing's really changed. I'm still building every single raw is built by myself.
Yeah?
Yep. Still testing every one. Same distances as always. So nothing's really changed.
So I guess what they're all probably wondering is, are you going to be around much longer? Or?
Absolutely. Not going anywhere.
Yeah?
Nope.
6 months from now, a year from now?
Yep. Still be around.
Still going to be wearing that shirt? Yeah.
Yeah, still at the forefront, as we'd say. Not going nowhere.
Probably going to make a lot of people feel good because one of the most common comments I get is, you know, where's Martin and is he going to be in the picture long?
Yeah, I think there's been maybe a little, just I don't know, some confusion with obviously me having another business on repairs and stuff. So, but pretty much, you know, with how we're building at the moment, is we don't have time within, you know, the Air Force raw structure to do a lot of repairs and upgrades and customization. So, you know, I tend to do that more on a personal basis.
So you're saying you foresee yourself maybe having like a side business where you just work on guns? Or?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I only, you know, really concentrate on the Theoban is more thing because, you know, I'm pretty much the only one who's got all the knowledge to do old Theoban repairs and work on them. So there's people out there, but you know, people want to still have me involved in doing their guns. So, you know, and Air Force and that, we just haven't got the time within the main structure to meet, you know, those repairs or people's customizations. Really.
You know, when you said Theoban a minute ago, you just reminded me, like just a week ago, some guy comes on our factory tour vid from a couple of years ago, and he's like, he goes, how does this company Raw just copy the Theoban? This is the Theobin.
Yeah, they don't understand.
And I'm giggling to myself. What would, if he's back home watching, what would you say to him?
Well, yeah, I mean, they don't understand how the company is sort of, I guess, gone through some changes in name, but the core of the structure is still there. So and the knowledge is still there.
If I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you were pretty much a big part of Theobin over in the UK before it moved to Tennessee, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I was there longer than anyone, even the two former owners. I was there longer than they were. So, it was sort of, I guess, called part of my life. It's what I was. And it's sometimes hard to get away from that, but I don't think I ever will. If you look at our ages, it was more than half of my life working at Theobin. So.
Does Air Force own the Theobin name then?
Yes,
That's how that works?
Yeah.
So we're going to see the Theobin continued on?
Yeah, well, the main thing at the moment is to try and get the raw guns more on the shelf. We're trying to get production flowing. Whereas previously we've always had with the better machinery they've got. We're able to start putting more parts on the shelf, which in turn will lead to more guns on the shelf. So.
Well, I noticed you guys were flaunting them like at SHOT Show, and so. Got me to thinking. I guess that's going to be in the long-term picture.
Well, at the moment we picked on a model which is the 1000X, which was the most popular model, the LRT in particular, and they're getting behind that one and getting that streamlined before we move on to the other models.
It's a simple one.
That's why you probably see more of that model around at the moment, because that's what the game plan is. Concentrate on one at a time rather than the whole thing and nothing really go forward.
Well, so when I look at Theobin, Air Force, RAW, and you mentioned game plan, anything on the horizon for the future that you can either confirm nor deny?
There's things going on, but there's nothing that I can tell you about. That.
All right. Thanks, man. It's good to see you.
You're welcome.
Exactly 100 yards from the front of the benches. Okay, so the benches right here on the concrete, right there to the 100. And like Justin said earlier in our shooting, they had it professionally surveyed.
Yeah, 10-4, give me about 6 inches up.
Impact.
Impact. Impact. Impact. Impact. Impact.
RMAC, this is kind of a surprise. I don't think I've seen you on the circuit before.
No, we haven't done this before. Last year was the first year, and we didn't get enough time to plan the time to do it, And so this year we had the opportunity. We're asked to be a sponsor, and we decided that I would come out and compete this year.
So is this going to become like pattern?
We're gonna do more stuff like this. It just depends on how it works out and everything with our schedule. You get a lot of shows are right close together, so we'll do as much as we can. We really like to support the industry, and support the events like this, and the gun shows and stuff, like the Texas Airgun show. Really good stuff for the industry, really good stuff for the sport. So we like to do that.
It's good to see, man. It's good to see you. And this has been a different event this year. There's like a heavy layer of industry support out here at RMAC. So it's certainly good to see you out here. But Novastar talked about it in January. And is this as is, or have you been tuning this one? Because we're worth the 25.
Yeah, this one's been detuned to 20 foot-pounds because it's 20 foot-pound max for the 25 meter. I'll also be shooting a 25, which is a factory spec, and that's 50 foot-pounds and 25 caliber.
Okay. Now you just came off of your set, and it was windy as hell. How'd it go?
It was not too bad. I had a few that got away from me.
Yeah.
It's the gusts. It's so unpredictable.
What's it doing? Is it coming from that way, this way, left, right?
It's coming like a diagonal, like a 45 from the left there. So it's interesting. So I mean, it's really going to come down to who can play the wind the best, is what it's going to come down to.
So you're going to win?
You never know.
It's always good to see you, buddy. Good luck.
Thanks.
And with one of those types of guns, airsoft, you're actually encouraged to shoot each other. And with the air guns, you don't want to do that.
Now
so that's where it came from. That's what, hard air, no, not airsoft.
All right, we've got our foundation now.
Done that.
So you're a product reviewer, just like I'm a product reviewer.
Correct.
But you're like
Correct.
a photojournalist and a written journalist reviewer.
Well,
for the industry.
Yeah, we do several things. Hard Air Magazine does reviews. We do news. So we do news, which is something that's more difficult for you to do on video unless you have a big crew going.
Where is he?
I thought he got him
already
right after.
Oh, he kind of did. I wasn't sure. I was looking straight at the camera.
Oh, that's fine.
Into your character.
What does that mean?
No, it's good. Does that
I mean, did you give me like did you give me some?
But you feel like you said most of what you need to say, right?
Yeah. I think I realized halfway through what was going on.
Halfway through the
Oh, this is what I'm doing.
This part, you tell me if you think it's good.
I think it's good in terms of like excitement and everything. I just am concerned with like the content. I'd like to play back and make sure it has all of the.
Okay, that's fine. We can get that because.
So we can do instant news coverage, we can do reviews, and we can do other types of discussion as well. So that's the type of material that we have in Hard Air Magazine.
Now, you and I...
And we have video, and thanks to you, we
let's talk
incorporate video
Let's
as
talk
well.
about that. So Steve and I tend to bounce around the world, and I see along the trail, all along the way, but here we are at RMAC, and this is your first RMAC. So why RMAC?
Why RMAC?
Why RMAC? Why now?
Well, why now? Well, because last year I just couldn't make it. It didn't work out. This year, by the way, I'm actually here on my wife's birthday, so that's,
Somebody's in trouble.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be sleeping in the garage again,
And
folks.
I know your wife. She's a tough cookie. You are definitely in trouble.
I'm sleeping in the garage. But so I'm here because I come to cover lots of these shoots, like RMAC now, like also Extreme Bench Rest. I cover the Crossman shoot annually, Pyramid Air Cup. We see each other many, many times
We do. And
during the year.
Steve and I tend to cover the same product, guys. So, if you catch one of my reviews, oftentimes he's done a full review of his own with photographs and all different kinds of tests of his own where you guys can compare and contrast, get another perspective on it. And what he likes to do is sometimes when I put up a video, he'll take that video, bring it over to Ham, he'll publish it on Hard Air Magazine online, and underneath that he will compare and contrast that with his review. So you guys can see all that. Yep. And I just didn't want to take for granted you knew, and so that's kind of something we're doing.
And it's got to be said, generally speaking, we're pretty close in our opinions.
Yeah,
and generally, if you like a gun, I like a gun.
Yeah, and I've noticed that if there was something I didn't care for about that gun, you'll kind of give it like a lower number of stars than.
Yeah.
So we do seem to
we're
share an
so
opinion
pretty
there.
much on the same lines, but we've got a different approach to doing it.
Absolutely.
And I'm not trying to get into the video game.
And I'm not trying to get into the photojournal game.
So hey, we're a marriage made in heaven.
We are. Steve-O, it's always good.
Thanks, man. Thank you very much.
Rick, a little Wu-Tang.
I'm not raising my hands if that came up on you.
That'll be like my Instagram where they replay.
Yes,
like,
where you do the boomerang. Where it's like, oh yeah, the boomerang. I didn't even know what that was till Rossi's thing.
Impact. 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 Did it get bullseye?
Fuck. It looks like you got a bullseye. Were you even aiming at it?
Yeah.
And I should have worried.
Me and Dad and Donnie FL started a new company called Saber Tactical, and it's just, we come up with so many creations, so many different things and improvements for guns. We said, let's just put it under one umbrella. So anyways, we teamed up with Donnie to do it, and we started coming out with new products for the Impact, air guns in general. probably in the firearms market as well. I mean, we're going to be well-rounded with the things we come out with.
So these guys, I think they probably know you by your side shot scope cam.
Yep.
Yep. So you partnered up with Donnie FL, big moderator guy who FX USA is behind and doing good things. So can you talk about what you guys are talking about? Like, what are you thinking of building?
Oh yeah, as far as future stuff, we probably can't talk about that because you got to be first to market. Typically, you just got to be there. So typically, I mean, we have some things here that we've shown guys.
Yeah.
We've got an adjustable cheek piece that we did. We've got ambidextrous cocking lever for the impact. Everybody's wanted that forever. We've received a lot of emails since we first machined one a couple of years ago. But now it's it's going to be available here very, very soon. We made a bunch of prototypes so guys can switch left, right-handed on the guns. But we have a lot of stuff in the workings. A lot of really neat products coming out.
Badass. You know, it just occurred to me they also might know you because they comment on it all the time. The double bottle impacts.
Yeah.
So this is a brainchild behind that. You and your dad Val.
Can you keep the gun up? I'll get the bottles. Okay, it's ready this side.
Ready this side.
Okay, keep it.
Nothing gonna happen.
No, I know. I just wanna.
Yep.
I don't wanna. Just wanna make sure they go in. Okay. And literally 5 minutes later, you got a double bottle impact.
Yeah, I know.
How's that? Hey, quick.
Yeah. The double bottle, awesome.
Yeah, well, I know it's awesome.
When we first came out with it, like, we got a lot of comments. I saw a lot of things in the feeds, guys saying, "Oh, that's ugly, that's stupid. Why would you want that?"
Yeah.
Now it's caught on.
Half these guys out here are competing with them now.
Yeah, and when you step up to the high-powered guns like the Impacts, the Slug guns, and with Ernest Rose high-powered kit and everything that you put in there, you need that extra air. You've got to have it. So, I mean, we joked about making a 4-bottle adapter. You know, just something crazy. I mean, you saw in some of the videos that's been posted up there, Dad's his pump action Impact.
Yeah, I put that up on Facebook for him night before last.
That'll be up here today. That'll be out here. He'll shoot with that. Really fun stuff.
Probably does well to settle the gun down a little bit.
It does.
Those high-powered impacts for these long-range competitions.
He actually took everything off. He just shot it regular, and it shot worse. So putting it back on was it settled it down really well.
So if they want to buy something like that or like a side shot, where would they go?
Oh, sorry, I was gonna say for the pump action, that's just for show, just for fun, just for him.
Yeah, the bottle, the scope cam, the double bottle system.
Yeah, so sideshot.com, side-shot.com. Like I said, we sell all that stuff on there. We have lots of dealers. Utah Airguns sells a lot of our stuff. There's a lot of dealers actually throughout the U.S. and international that sell our products. So, I mean, you pretty much, you can go to any of your Airgun dealers and find something from us.
Awesome. Are you sure I can't coax any information at you as far as what you're working on with Donnie Do?
Well, not as far as the stuff we've already released or shown to the public already, right? So we've got stuff in the works, so trust me, we've got some really cool stuff coming out. But yeah, like I said, you'll see more pictures of things that we've released so far.
But you won't blame a guy for trying.
No, absolutely not.
Appreciate you.
Okay. Sweet, Steve.
Jump in.
Same wind call?
Yeah, let's go 1.4, right? It's under 1.5.
One second.
Yeah, that's the one I was
Impact. Like trying to learn it. Impact.
It looks like he's eating.
But keep that one, because we're keeping them all in. Oh, all of them. Okay, yeah.
Gun Guru, is it?
No, Skunkworks, like deep section, secretive project.
Oh, secretive project. No, what the project is, it's using a slug liner, 25 meter.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Some say use pellet, but I'm using a slug liner
Give me
because
something good.
Good. I was pushing the 25 grain redesign around 960 feet per second. I was blasting away. With this wind, I was.
There's something to that. You guys have a new Crown Continuum?
Yeah.
That comes with like a shorty barrel?
Yeah.
And the longer
380 cc, 380 millimeter barrel.
Yeah, why?
Oh, people don't want it long. For compact, for a gun truck, something, you know,
You don't want
confined place.
Uh-huh.
Some don't like it long.
I thought maybe that was like a performance, something to add a layer of performance.
No, I shot it's pretty accurate, but it's mostly being compact and travel around. Then you have this another 700 mil that comes with it. That's more rigid. Yeah, you want more power. You break out the 700 mil. You don't want this long broom handle. You just break out the 380.
Okay. You always working on something.
Yeah.
What have you been tinkering on lately?
The Crown.
Yeah.
I've been testing the Crown with a bigger valve seat, about 6.5 millimeter OD, and the valve pin is bigger, about 7 mil. I'm gonna continue with that, to make it bigger and bigger, get more faster and faster speed. But right now, I got the 44 grain around 950 feet per second on the Crown. Damn. Yeah. Damn. So
do they know this, Ernest, or do they only know like the magic hands? The hands. You guys know the hands.
Yes, I'm married, guys.
You have two YouTube channels with hands, don't you?
Yeah, they recognize me by hand. I mean, some people said, "Hey,
you
need some hand conditioner. Your hands all beat up."
Yeah, you need some lotion.
Man,
Or put some ballastol.
That guy must have been sweet.
Ballastol on that, but you smell like black licorice afterwards.
Handling a lot of lead, I guess that does to you. But I wash a lot, get rid of the lead, so it gets all beat up. Anyway, yeah, rest of my hands.
You guys at FX USA, how many people you got? I mean, that grew from to.
Oh yeah, I think when first started it was just 3 of us.
Yeah.
Then 5. Then it was only me as a tech.
Yeah.
Then I started recruiting. Then we got 3 techs now. Yeah. And then we're getting more efficient, getting all the parts there, all the machinery, all the proper workbench, all the proper tools. So be more consistent in producing a better quality product going out.
Yeah.
I mean, repairs or tuning.
Now, the guns come in from Sweden, tuned for the global market, right? And then or is that changing? And then you take them, because as I understood it, that's how it was. And then you guys were making that adjustment for the U.S. market.
Yes.
Is that the same or is that different now?
It's the same. Well, anytime you get modification that done for the previous model, redo upgrade, we install the upgrades, test it out, test for leaks, then we distribute it to the dealers.
Okay, so you're not necessarily tuning every gun that comes through the door, because there was a point when I remember you spent a lot of time doing that over there.
Yeah, for testing wise.
Okay.
Yeah, beat up certain components, make sure they don't break the liability issue. We just testing and testing what breaks, we beef it up.
Okay.
But we don't customize the guns coming out. There's this particular speed and rate pressure we set it.
Okay.
Because when they get it, they're going to tinkle toy with it anyway, instead of to their preference.
That's true. Okay, so they're all coming out of Sweden how we want them here, basically.
Yeah.
You just kind of...
partially, there's a standard tuning. So a typical air gunner grabs it and shoot it, you get satisfaction with it. But the guys that really wants to tune it, they're going to spend time tuning it. They can't stop those guys. They're going to tune it either way.
Yeah. All right. Now, when FX USA was first born, you had a role. And then today you have a role.
Yeah.
Is it different? Has it changed?
Oh, it does change. I mean, now I get to travel a lot. Actually,
we were in Germany together in March.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, but mostly dual answer. When gunners have problems with their guns and they question or just touch their gun or whatever, I kind of help them out with their gun to shoot properly or best performance out of it.
Yeah.
To minimize everybody else going to Frederick and get him off track of what he's doing. You gotta be focused when you're competing. So alleviate all that and move it to me. I do all that, so he could concentrate on competition.
Yeah, you're like the crew chief in NASCAR. Like I saw you in that capacity at EDR. RMAC last year, and here you are at RMAC 2.0, kind of
Mhm.
doing that again. So you keep Team FX
Yeah,
rolling.
everybody wants this power tune my gun. That's mostly I've been doing. I go to Airgun Utah shop, get that. Behind a car, I've been power tuning it. Yeah, that was fun.
Well, to your point, when we first started talking, the slug, and the slug liner, that's like that's the future, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Believe me, I think I'm gonna do good in a 30 cal. I'm using the impact. I got it set at 111 foot-pound. Using the Rat Sniper slug. Oh, I was testing it. It's this tight with a 50-mile-an-hour wind at 125 yards.
Amazing. I was eavesdropping yesterday on a conversation up at y'all's crib, the mansion on top of the mountain, and it was Matt Dubber and Frederick, and it was Florian, who's the president of H&N Sport. And they were wrapped up like a candy cane, like all on that slug development with H&N, and Matt was just going on and on and on about the performance of that slug, like at 200 meters. He's like 200 meters and like 100 meters, and it's just like,
I told him,
it's you guys, it's coming, and it's coming big time.
I said, make the believer out of me. Give me something to test. Yeah. Because that's the first time I heard of it. I keep talking all this hypes about H&M. I want a sample.
Yeah. It's coming, guys.
Yep.
All right. Well, I just, they know you by this. I wanted them to see this. Here it is. Thanks, man.
Hey,
appreciate you.
Thanks,
Good luck this weekend.
All right, thanks. It probably wouldn't work well. And yours, I could see where, like, just the shape and everything, I could see it's going to work well. And then I took them home to test them, and they were just. I had friends of mine phoning me who are world. They ranked in the top 10 bench rest shooters in the world 25 meter. And I gave them a barrel and I gave them some H&N slugs. I gave them some of my own slugs. I gave them some Nielsen slugs and everything. And they just said the H&N slugs were super accurate.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So
Good to hear.
I'm glad they're working, because we need, like for me, I've put so much work into the barrels, but unless there's someone who's making slugs that anyone can buy, then what's the point?
Yes.
So I'm glad that someone's doing that. Yeah.
Of course, there are some slugs like the Red Snipers. They're really unique. So this you can't compare. Yeah?
No, it's for example, the Rat Snipers, you can make them so light that a standard gun can shoot them.
Right.
But at H&N, the Rat Snipers you can only make them a certain weight, but some people want to shoot very heavy slugs.
Right.
So the H&Ns I can shoot a 32 or 33 grain slug, no problem. It'll fit in the magazine.
Right.
And I want to shoot heavy slugs because the BC is higher.
Yes.
So, yeah, I've been shooting with the 30 grain slugs. I've been shooting like groups like that at 200 meters, no problem. Easy. Yeah, it's crazy.
And
Even
that
in a bit of wind.
Amazing last week when we tested the 30 grain production, and during the production we test only on 50 meters, but now we have also our neighbor facility where we can test indoors for 100 meters, also with electronic test equipment. So it's really fantastic. So it's getting very, very quick, the testing, so we don't need to measure. And with the 30 grain slugs, we had a shot group of less than half an inch. It's amazing.
Wow.
Around, so not 70%. 70% is around about
at 100.
50.
At 50.
50.
Okay. Yeah.
But so that was right out of the production. It's
Wow.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
We were used on
And
50
what
liters.
you might find is, what I found is sometimes the groups at like 25 meters are not that good, but then at 100 they're very good. I think the slugs, they take a while to.
They find the way.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So a lot of people shoot slugs at close range and they say, they're not very accurate. But then at 100 meters they.
I know it doesn't matter about the heat. It's just the top 20 score, top 40. It's not a heat.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel worse because I don't know how they are.
Do you understand the course of fire? Shooters make ready. Stand by. Fire.
Impact. 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 Impact.
Stand by. Fire.
Impact. Impact. Impact.
So I see something new on your table here.
Yes, it's our RMAC side focus, 30 millimeter. We had 3 SKUs of this year, introduced at a SHOT Show.
Okay.
There's a big demand for it, and
This is not a Hawk Vantage, but it's kind of like baby size, like a Hawk Vantage. What price point?
we're talking $359, $69 to about $379 MSRP.
So nipping at the heels of the Sidewinder.
Correct. And it is, like I said, a side focus.
That's amazing. I mean, this thing weighs
Very light.
like a hot dog. It's amazing.
And it's very lightweight, like I said. It's got a 16-layer system on the glass. Brightness is incredible. It's just a really nice unit.
It's amazing. It's good to see you out here at RMAC, dude.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I didn't see you like on the guest list.
Yeah, well, we got a little bit late to the game, but we showed up. How's that?
Man, I'm glad you're here. And look, as far as showing up, you also showed up on my doorstep. These guys are kind of being a big part of AEAC going forward. Get some product through the channel.
Nice.
Kind of get it going on the giveaway thing with Review, Discuss, Win. So thank you very much for that. Some guy on YouTube the other night put a comment that I should be a politician. Because he asked me a yes or no question. And I had already given him like 5 answers, including like a factory direct quote from Daystate to help answer his question. And then he wanted to call me a politician for not helping him with his yes or no. What is this like entitlement mentality? Yes, that's you. Entitlement mentality viewers have, like we owe them something when we're out there just trying to make their world better. Well, let's talk product. Can you take us through it?
Yeah. So this is the MK2. We got the KLS1, fully adjustable stock. Got a monopod on the back that has quick adjustment.
Let's hold it like this so they can see it back home. How about like that?
So it's got quick adjustment there, and then another 40 millimeters of fine adjustment, so you can kind of dial in your reticle. It pulls in and out, and then up and down a little bit more. You can get some cant on the back. These are fully adjustable. Moving this way, we got adjustable cheek rest. What's really cool about that? This is it clamps on the outside, so your screws aren't going to mess up the finish as it's sliding up and down, and you're adjusting it for different scopes and mounts that you got at the other end of the gun.
We roll it this way so they can see the top of it? Okay, cool.
Comes in left and right-handed versions. The top is going to be Delrin, so it's not going to get too cold or too hot.
Nice.
Yeah, you just take off your OEM part, pops right on there.
What's the retail? I guess these are 2 separate pieces, right? So what would be the retail on the 2?
$239, and then this one is $129, I believe.
Cool. Yeah. All right, moving on.
This is still being prototyped, but there's 150 MOA built into this upper piece here, so it can move up and down. The reason why I wanted to come out with this is when you want to start shooting, 100 yards, 200 yards, slug liners coming out, everybody's pushing it really far. You start stacking a bunch of stuff and your scope gets removed from the barrel pretty far. And you want it to be as close as possible. So putting the mechanism in here really keeps it all close.
Oh yeah, good point.
So,
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, that's kind of the thought process behind that.
Now I noticed this piece, are these like together or separate, or how does
They're
that
two
work
different
with you?
pieces. So this is completely separate, and it hinges on this right here, and then this bolts on to the same spots that the OEM.
Is it Weaver or Picatinny?
It's Picatinny. This is still a prototype. What I'm most likely going to do is put an Anschutz there, so you can put on whatever you want there, kind of like the rail down here. Just put it right there.
Okay. Is this, so it's a proto, so it's not available yet?
Not available yet. Probably another about 6 months on that.
Okay, so we probably don't know where the pricing is going to land either yet.
No.
Which is cool.
But
All right.
I want to kind of keep it in that 300 range.
All right.
Hopefully.
Nice. All right, what's this?
This is our extended guard. It's kind of like what started the company. One thing, despite the rifle being amazing, the Foster fitting hole is always really small. So elongated that hole, dropped it down a little bit so you can get a cap in there, and that just fits in there flush. Another little thing, very minute feature, but it's tapered in instead of being so boxy like the OEM
Oh yeah,
one.
maybe show them like
So
that, and then they can see.
it falls into your grip a little bit.
And I noticed it's kind of thick. It's thick up here, and nice and slender in there. So that's where you kind of brought it in.
It tapers back down to the original height. Had to make a little room for the cap.
Now, is there a piece that slides?
Yeah.
I thought I saw that yesterday.
If you don't mind, I can pull one out.
Yeah, get on it. All right, there we go.
Cool. So this
All right,
is a T-rail or an Anschutz rail, and they just slide right in there. Like this.
Very cool. So
And
you have that adjustment too.
Exactly. You can push it out, you can go backwards, and if you really need the real estate, you can put two in there.
That
move
is
it around.
insanely badass.
And there's a couple of set screws all along the bottom that you can torque it down and it sits there.
And I love how this is all one piece, so it's nice and rigid. If
Exactly.
you got to load that bipod up just a little bit.
From our first generation of the guard, it was a little more flexible, but we stiffened it up, and it's it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I like it. So is this is available now?
Yep.
And how much?
That is 120, I believe, somewhere around there.
Does it come with one of the little Picatinny slides, or is that separate?
That's separate.
Okay.
They're about 37 bucks.
Yeah, because you do have enough real estate up here to.
Yeah,
so
so
you can. Now this is going to change. We're going to use buttons here. So this is the prototype thing, but you know it's fully adjustable. You can adjust, length of pull here, and then you can adjust the cheek piece
Yeah.
up and down.
I like all the quick release
Yeah,
buttons.
it's pretty cool actually. So.
You said it, I didn't. Pretty
Oh,
cool.
Unfortunately,
Took the
we got
words-
the wrong green line.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
We're supposed to have a. We had to remove the safety hatch because it's supposed to be a
little bit of shooting?
tactical.
Yeah.
But it's okay
That's
without. So.
Very light.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm saying, are you guys shooting? Well, they are.
Something that's always fascinated me, and I simply do not understand it, is like, I go on the forums.
Is this relevant?
Oh my God! I was gonna flip you off right now, but Stevie's filming. It's like a guy gets a gun, and then he buys 16 different types of pellets to find out which
Yeah.
one his gun likes.
That's the old way.
How do they know?
Yeah.
How do they know? Because you can change your shirt and change your impact pattern.
Yeah.
There's so many different
They didn't
things.
have information in the internet now. Everybody
but
talking.
I think everybody's an expert because everybody's 20 miles from home on the internet.
That's
I
right.
think that changed because an old traditional barrel is made in such a way where everything is sensitive.
It was.
The way we
Everything's
are
what?
making
It was-
barrels.
It was sensitive.
We took the sensitive away, and
Oh,
now
you did? Okay.
Luther Walter copying that. We see that.
With the hexagon.
Everyone is following that.
Okay.
So the sensitivity is gone.
But that's
There
something
is some,
that's
but not that
fascinated
big
me for 10 years. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
So the thing is, different makes of barrels will have different land group dimensions, different chokes and everything, and then the hardness of the lead and the head diameter and everything will play a big part in what it likes to shoot.
Okay.
But every pellet that comes out of the Smooth X barrel exits the exact same size.
It does. Okay. Yeah.
It's
That's
resized-
so it's been resized.
It's resized before it even reaches the
Okay,
choke.
gotcha.
So as long as it can fit in there, you can make it shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
As long as it's not too big that it gets distorted or too small.
With the knowledge we have, and the other one
most
is
pellets,
hollow,
head sizes are
then the
similar now,
sensitivity is gone.
They can
That's
also
been one of those
That's why
black
you never
magic
get any
things that
big
I have
fires.
not understood for quite some time, but apparently that is changing.
Very much. Very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Thanks to those guys.
Yeah, these guys right here.
Yeah, we are a good team. We not talk much, we work like
When I go visit him, he says, "Come to Sweden. We can go fishing. We can go on the jet skis." Like, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We go there. We work like an 11-hour day every day.
11
You only want to go to Sweden in the summertime, and summer's going to be what on
It's
Thursday?
better to go in the winter.
Thursday
because then
this year,
I don't
Fred?
get distracted by the things I could do.
No, what's so funny is we have a choice to do other things, but we're choosing to work on this.
Yeah. We were going to go fishing today, but I'd rather just get this done. Yeah.
All right, shooters, load and make ready. Shooters ready.
Ready.
Stand by. Fire.
Two. Three.
Michael, you've been busier than a cat covering up shit with all the people flocking to this gun and you having to tell them what it's about. Now, I think in the Czech Republic it's Iron CZ?
Yeah, it's Iron.
But here in the States it's Airgun CZ?
I don't know, Americans can say that.
We can say that? We get away with it? Well, no, seriously, everyone's been swarming to you, staring at your gun, asking about it. I put a couple of pictures up on Instagram over the last couple. Yeah, people are asking questions, so talk to us, man. What the heck we got going on here?
Alright, so we get a chassis that's made all in-house in Czech Republic in our factory. We got pretty much the system where you get the body of the chassis and the front section, and that's it. That's the thing those are the parts that are different on each gun. Then you get the rear part that we call a field target rear end, and that's the adjustable part that you can put on any body or any chassis that we make. We also make for Air Arms S400. We make for HW100 firearm, and used to make for CZ200. Used to make for FX Cutlass.
And what's this one here?
This one is a brand new Dreamline with manometers and everything, with power adjusters, safeties here. Everything is working perfectly.
So this piece will be specific to the model, but this piece here kind of you use across the line.
Yeah.
What about this piece down here?
So you can for the front section, we on the bottom we have a UIT rails, as most of the sport shooting companies that makes this type of guns they are using. So you can use our palm rest or bench rest plates or bipod adapters, like everything you can use from our range of products. You can all see it on our website. And
so let me just say, it's kind of it's kind of crazy that you wound up in the middle of Utah. And it's the first time I've kind of seen you on the airgun circuit.
Yeah.
How do you go from the Czech Republic to Salt Lake City, Utah? How does that happen?
I don't know. I do business with FX Airguns for like, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years or something like that.
Okay.
And we are making these chassis originally for Top Gun Airguns here in America, but they probably stopped working or something like that. So we are looking for a new distributor, and I like when my distributors are same as FX's, so they have something to use our products for the stuff that they're actually selling, and then they understand.
So does the customer have to go to FX USA to get your chassis, or can they go to like a Utah Airguns?
Exclusive distributor for the whole USA is Utah Airguns.
Okay, that's what I was trying to
if you want one, go there and those guys will help you and hook you up.
Do they come in different colors?
Standard color is black anodized. The whole thing is from aircraft aluminum, 7075, so it's really tough. We do hard anodizing on all of the parts. You get these bars are originally stainless steel, and we also have a paint shop for Cerakote paints, so we are able to do some limited quantities in the custom paints and do all sorts of camouflage, or we also have different wood colors. This is actually wood, it's not plastic.
Oh, it's got a nice texture to it too. So does this.
It's a black beech wood.
Both of them are black beech?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That way it's nice and warm on the hand.
It's kind of hybrid because I have a benchless plate here. It's for this rear part. There's supposed to be a polymer, the wooden polymer, so you get it in the color like this. And then there are here the stainless steel bars, so you lose this screw and you can adjust everything like height and the angle of everything.
Yeah, I've been watching you shoot, and what's so cool is you have this instead of the tripod necessarily.
Yeah.
Or bipod, excuse me. You have this on a bag, and it seemed like you had a nice,
it's so
steady
stable.
lockup.
It's so stable. We make these plates in 2 or 3 inches. It depends on your rules for benches. What can you use? Because it's in Europe. It's I think most of the rules or most of the leagues use 2 inches. 2 inches.
Well, let me ask you this. So you say that you can get them in different colors, anodized aluminum, right, or Cerakote.
Yeah.
And you say this piece is specific to the gun. So does this forward piece, like if I want to have a Dreamline, does it come in different styles, different looks?
No. You get only like when you get a Dreamline stock for field target, you get it like this. Only difference will be this polymer is gonna be wooden.
Okay, so maybe if it's like on an S410 or the Wyral, like you said, it'll be like a different look maybe. Or it's the same.
Yeah, the body is a little bit longer. The front section is a little wider on the
But this is the style.
This is the style how all of our stocks looks pretty much.
How much does it weigh and how much does it cost?
So the weight is from 2.6 to 2.9 kilos. It's a little different on each model. For example, AAs are 2.9, Bayrak is 2.8, this one is 2.6. The weight is with all the accessories that are except the balance weight, of course, and the bipod. And the price retail here in the US is, I think Utah Airguns have those for $550.
Okay, nice. So it costs about what our stock costs.
Yeah.
Super cool.
You can adjust everything. It makes completely different gun out of the Dreamline.
It's actually really fun to shoot. So I think this takes the CO2. Yeah, these are the CO2.
Justin, let's slide this back just a hair. Yeah, there we go.
Lily?
Yes.
So have you ever seen the movie The Patriot with Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
Where he's like the ghost and he's everywhere and nowhere all at the same time?
Yeah.
That's like you. You're all over Europe, all over the United States, and here I find you
At RMAC.
Out in the middle of nowhere in Utah.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere.
So, why RMAC? What are you guys doing here?
We've been expecting this since last year.
Yeah.
And you know, we have a very successful relationship with our Utah Airguns with Justin.
Yeah.
Which is very, it's a very adorable. We love working with each other, and there are a lot of development going on and a lot of stimulation together.
Yeah. Can I tease you a little bit? So I noticed your table. There's nothing on it, and I also noticed that when I was at Utah Airguns yesterday, there was a pile of Optison scopes like this big. Why don't you send your brother over there and pick some up and put some on the table for everyone to play with?
They are here.
Where are they?
You didn't see it?
No. It's like Wonder Woman's Learjet. It's the invisible scopes.
I think they're coming, but most of them are in the prize.
Let's get some out here to play with and show, because
Yeah.
it's good stuff. So
We will do that.
Come on. Don't be shy. What? Anything new coming?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are before September. We will. We've been working with the champion team in England.
Okay. So that's the when. How about the what? Can you talk about the what?
Something compact and sexy.
Compact and sexy. Just like Lily.
Oh!
Here's how I zero my guns. Get the scope on, loosen up one scope mount so it's got some flex to it like that. Spin the turret all the way to one side so it stops, then go back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 6, about 15. Split that difference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half, and now we're pretty much close to optically centered on the scope. Lock that back down. Start taking shots, and then when I see it out there, I make adjustments with the scope mounts, not the turrets. I get as close as possible, to within about 2 inches or so at 50 yards, and I think we're there. We are, and now take my Allen key, lock down the front one. It causes a tiny shift up here usually when you do that. Not a big deal, and I make all my fine-tune adjustments then. With my turrets, a little bit here, a little bit there, but it all stays pretty optically centered. That's how I do it every darn time, and it works well for me.
Justin about sponsoring his conference next year.
Thank you guys.
Are we shut down? We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait.
You want me to have them wait?
6, 8, 8, 8, 9, X, 9, 9, 10. Be close. 10, 9.
Now I got all these rings.
You know why it's raining? God knew Ted was shooting this relay.
8, 8, 5, 8,
9, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 10.
Ergo is a firearm accessory company, and we've been in business for over 21 years now. What we're understanding, what we're learning, is that Airgun is a big thing, and it's coming on faster and faster every day, and we really want to be a part of it.
Amen to that.
What we've done is we've taken a lot of our AR-style grips, and we've been able to adapt those to the Airgun world. All we have to do is eliminate the spring hole that makes the safety selector mechanism work on an AR. We've colored the substrate white, okay? And we haven't done all of our grips that way yet, but all of these grips, including the Tactical Deluxe with palm shelf, will be done that way. This is starting to become a big favorite on the precision circuit, which now includes all of our Airgun friends as well. One of the best grips on the market right there.
Can I ask you, Dennis, is there a difference between, you say you're color coding these new Airgun grips?
Yes, sir.
Is there a difference in certification between this and what you'd find on a firearm?
What's going to be really interesting is without this spring hole, this is now an unregulated Airgun product. Okay, we can ship these internationally. They are no longer a controlled product where you need an export license. Now, end user, I have to talk a little bit about intent. If you're going to have the intent to take this and still put it on a firearm of some sort, then it becomes regulated again. For our Airgun friends overseas, our FX people, our Scandinavian Airgun people, they are going to take them on Airguns. No regulation whatsoever.
Okay, awesome. Okay. Thank you. Resume program.
Does anyone know whose cars
You're talking about this, I think.
Yep, the 4055 derivation of this is what we call the TDX0. This is now the straight angle grip, where you can see some of our products have this angle. Okay, nice swept back angle that we've all been used to for years. The precision gunners have helped us develop this straight angle grip. It will have a white substrate. It will have no spring hole. It will be adapted for air guns as well. So that's the newest. That's the newest
and
grip.
if we hold them like this, you can see how nice and narrow that is. And then for the guys with the big hands, you got a nice palm swell right in the middle or something like that.
Perfect. The next two are going to be our two best-selling in the AR world, what we call our 4009 and what we call our 4045. These are the two best-selling. These will also be adapted to air guns as well. Our entire product line will move toward having a version of an air gun grip so that it's non-regulated. Awesome. People in the United States can buy them like they've always bought them. People internationally can start buying them as well.
What's so cool about this is I don't know of another company that does what you do that's made that commitment to us air gunners. Am I wrong?
I haven't seen a whole lot of commitment out there, but Ergo wants to be there.
I like it. What you got over here?
All right, we got a couple of things. These are called Picatinny rail covers. In-house, informally, we call them our little ladder rail covers. These go over the top of the Picatinny rail. You can cut them any length you want. We do have longer ones that come in up to 25 slot length. You can cut them. You can put them around your scopes. You can put them around any of your optics. And what they do is they help to make the Picatinny rail nice and smooth, so it doesn't catch on your clothing, it doesn't catch on gear, everything stays nice and smooth. One of the best-selling products in the history of our company is these ladders. As you can see, they come in different colors. We have up to 30 different colors to help you dress up your firearm or your air gun.
Yeah, or protect it.
Or protect it.
Awesome.
Protect the user too.
Yeah. Dennis, you're a star. What's the name, or what's your website for them?
Ergogrips.net.
He's pointing his camera at me. Hey, Stevie. They're about to shoot, Steve, 10 grand.
A lot of money.
10,000 big ones. 10,000 big ones. Yep, so there's going to be a lot of pressure. I'm going to make sure that I stick a camera in everyone's face as we go along, just to help the process along. And there we go.
And I said this in the shooters meeting in the first, I said, look, I don't want this to be about the money. I didn't want it to be a serious, everybody kind of, just kill the vibe because it was so much money on the line. And I'll tell you what, you guys did a fantastic job of not doing that. You guys just had a lot of fun and went out and shot your hearts out, and it made it awesome. And these are the kind of numbers that are going to grow this sport to new levels. And it wasn't just about the money. I mean, we had a whole room full of people from all over the world here to see this and to compete, to have a chance at it, and that is amazing for this sport. So, enough of me carrying on. Whoa! Oh, this is serious. All right. Okay. And the first place winner with a score of 24 with 3 X's at 100 yards, guys, in crazy conditions, all the way from Mexico. Alvaro! All right, hey, this, as you can see, this man's passion, his life is airguns. And he just hit the biggest pinnacle in airgun, in the world for airguns. And we can't congratulate him enough. I mean, he shot his heart out, Alvaro, and nobody deserves it. I mean, this guy is class act. And he loves everybody. And so, for a guy like Alvaro, this is Alvaro, how do you feel right now?
I feel really overwhelmed, and I want to thank everybody, my family, my wife, my kids. I didn't imagine this, and thank you everybody for this.
Shooters ready. Stand by. Fire. Impact. 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 Impact.